One evening, Daniel Zamora was relaxing on the sofa when his wife, Britney Zamora, received a message on her phone. As he glanced at the screen, Daniel saw it was from one of her students. He called out to Britney saying, "Hey, it looks like a message from one of your students. You should check it." But as Daniel's eyes scanned the message, he was struck by the words that made him feel uneasy. "Teacher, when can we meet again? I've been thinking about you a lot, and I do one more time with you. You are so sexy." Confused and alarmed, and Daniel immediately unlocked Britney's phone and started reading through their conversation. As he scrolled through the chats, it became clear to him that something was deeply wrong. He discovered that Britney had crossed professional boundaries with her 13-year-old student from her class.
I don't remember how it got really intense, but we would flirt and say she would be like, "Oh, yeah, I love you," and I'll tell her I love her too. And then she would talking about how she wanted to do stuff with me, and I'll tell her that I wanted to do that too.
And she doing foretime with her student.
My friend was messing with her computer, and then she was kissing me and everything. And she was like, "You want to go in?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "You want to go in?" And I was like, "Sure." And then the same thing, I didn't take my pants off or anything, but she was wearing a dress, so she just pulled her underwear to the side. And then I was in there for a minute, and then I was I don't know, I was alright, I gotta go.
Britney Zamora seemed to be living a perfect life. She was young, vibrant, and had always excelled academically, with a promising future ahead. After graduating from Arizona State University, she married Daniel Zamora, the person she had admired since high school. After tying the knot, Britney applied for a teaching position at Littleton Elementary School. Not only did she land the job, but in 2016, she also earned the prestigious Teacher of the Year award. Britney had a deep passion for teaching, and her dedication was quickly recognized by LaBrias Academy, which offered her a position as a 6th grade teacher. She accepted the offer, and her teaching career was on the rise. Her life appeared to be on a perfect trajectory, but everything began to unravel when she made a choice that would forever alter the course of her life and career.
We kissed, I was saying bye to her and I gave her a hug and she started kissing me, so I kissed her back.
In the fall of 2017, Britney Zamora was thriving in her role as a teacher at LaBrias Academy. She had been there for over a year, earning the admiration of her students for her approachable and friendly teaching style. One day during a regular class session, Britney casually mentioned to her students that she wouldn't be in school the following day. With her usual warm demeanor, she told them, "If any of you have questions about your studies or just want to talk about anything, feel free to text me. Don't hesitate." The next day, true to her word, Britney stayed home. Among her students, one 13-year-old decided to take her up on her offer. He texted her a simple, "Hi, Mrs. Zamora." She replied just as casually, "Hi." At first glance, it appeared to be a harmless exchange, perhaps even an example of a teacher being attentive to her students. But beneath this seemingly innocent interaction lay the seeds of something much darker. What began as a normal conversation soon grew into a connection that blurred the lines between right and wrong. Over the following days, the chats became more frequent, more personal, and soon crossed boundaries that should never be crossed. This was the moment where Britney's once perfect life began to unravel. What started as lighthearted conversations between Britney and the 13-year-old student gradually crossed the line into troubling territory. Their chats became increasingly inappropriate, and the boundaries between teacher and student were completely blurred. One day, Britney offered to give the student a ride home. During the drive, she initiated a kiss, marking a turning point in their relationship. This moment wasn't an isolated incident, but the beginning of a series of actions that escalated to a highly concerning level. As the police investigation later revealed, their relationship continued to grow in secrecy. According to reports, the first significant incident occurred on February 16, 2018, while the student was staying at his grandparents' home. Britney allegedly drove to meet him late at night, and he snuck out to join her in her car. And after that, they both doing oral sex. This encounter set off a chain of events that would eventually come to light, leading to serious consequences for all involved.
I went to her car though. She parked at the other end of the street, And she said, okay, I'm here. And then I just walked outside.
After the car incident, the student became increasingly attached to Brittany in ways that were inappropriate and troubling. The situation took a darker turn when another incident occurred, while the student was at his grandparents' house the following day. On March 7, 2018, after a school talent show, Brittany called the student into an empty classroom, and the both had sex in the classroom, where a friend of the boy was also present who was watching them do it. I mean, how sickening is that? The boy's friend also told the police that he was feeling very uncomfortable after seeing both of them.
My friend was like messing with her computer, and then she's like kissing me and everything. And like she was like, you wanna go in? And I was like, what? And she's like, you wanna go in? And I was like, sure. And then like the same thing, I didn't take my pants off or anything, but she was wearing me dress, so she just pulled her underwear to the side. And then I was in there for like a minute, and then I was like, I don't know, I was like, alright, I got it.
The very next day, Brittany and the student were again involved in inappropriate activities in the same classroom. This time, the friend decided to leave. But when Brittany sees this thing, she thinks of having oral sex with that boy also, so that the boy also gets attracted towards her, and she does not say anything to anyone. And because of this, she asks that other student whether he has ever done anything with any girl or not. And when that other student does not understand what, so then she took her phone, opened up some pictures, and showed it to him. According to this second victim, Brittany never moved beyond inappropriate remarks towards him. She just used to provide him oral sex, unlike the first victim. As time went on, Brittany and the student began exchanging love notes during class. Their interactions became more noticeable, and other students started picking up on the unusual dynamic. The boy received special treatment, earning high grades without doing any work and receiving excessive attention from Brittany during lessons. These odd behaviors didn't go unnoticed for long. 3 students eventually reported their concerns to Principal Timothy, providing written statements about Brittany's favoritism and inappropriate behavior toward the boy. Alarmed by the allegations, the principal began an investigation. He spoke to several students but found no solid evidence beyond claims of favoritism. When Brittany learned about the complaints and the investigation, she broke down in tears in the principal's office and denied any inappropriate relationship. Without concrete proof, Principal Timothy couldn't take any disciplinary action. Rumors like these were not uncommon in schools, and they often turned out to be baseless. However, the principal decided to keep the matter under quiet investigation, but no definitive evidence surfaced at the time. Meanwhile, the boy's parents began noticing changes in their son's behavior. He was constantly engrossed in his phone, distracted, and emotionally distant. Concerned, and after some time, the parents, noticing their son's strange behavior, decided to install a monitoring app on his phone. This app was designed to alert them if certain words were used in his conversations. And almost immediately, notifications started popping up on the stepmother's phone, particularly the word baby, which seemed odd and out of place.
So yesterday I got the alert and I kept getting alerts back to back because the word baby kept being used. But this time I saw at the bottom that it had Mrs. Zamora Instagram profile.
Worried about what they had discovered, the stepmother waited for her husband to return home. Once he did, they both approached their son and asked to see his phone. He reluctantly handed it over, and when they checked the device, they found a series of inappropriate messages exchanged between him and Brittany. And after catching all those chats, his parents asked him if he was having sex with his teacher, and the boy said yes. And now those parents also had screenshots of Brittany and their 13-year-old child's texts, which was really disgusting for the parents. And after that, the boy told his parents about all those incidents and all those sexual encounters, when he said and how he did it, and all this was very shocking for the parents because he had been with Britney Zamora many times before. We met and she seemed like a good teacher, but now there is no denying that she was a sexual predator. After hearing their son's confession, the parents immediately contacted the school principal and shared everything their child had told them. They also called the police to report the situation. That same night, Britney Zamora called the parents, pleading with them to settle the matter privately and avoid involving law enforcement. During the call, the boy's father told Brittany that she should come clean to her husband about everything. To his surprise, her husband was on the line as well, and he already knew about the situation. Brittany's husband even spoke with the boy's father, apologizing and asking for forgiveness. However, the boy's father was resolute and told them not to contact him again. He made it clear that the next time they would hear from him would be in court.
Can we meet, to talk about this? Is there something we can settle out, outside?
Oh yeah, that's what we can do, so I can give you a chance to do it to some other kid. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
On March 22nd, 2018, Brittany was finally arrested by the police and charged with multiple serious offenses.
She's done so much, and she made a huge mistake. The biggest mistake of anybody could ever make in the whole entire world. But she think about, God preaches forgiveness, man.
Including preying on a minor under the age of 18. In an interrogation video, Brittany was seen crying when she was informed that she would not be going home, but straight to jail. During the sentencing hearing in July 2019, Brittany expressed deep regret for her actions, apologizing for her behavior. She claimed that she wasn't a monster, but simply loved the student, asking everyone to understand her actions. Given that she had no previous criminal record, Brittany was sentenced to 20 years in prison. At the court hearing, the boy's father also wrote a statement, which was read aloud by the lawyer. "Now you'll spend the rest of your youth and most of your adulthood in jail. My son will grow up, have a good life, get married, have children of his own wife. I will not allow you to interfere in my son's life further. Good triumphs over evil." The boy's parents also filed a civil lawsuit against Brittany's husband, Daniel Zamora, and the school district. The accusation against Daniel was that he had known about the situation but failed to report it to the authorities. While the case against Daniel was settled outside of court, the lawsuit against the school district was still ongoing. This incident changed the life of the 13-year-old boy forever. His innocence was stolen at such a young age, and the emotional toll on him and his family was immense. In the wake of the events, his entire family had to relocate to a different place to protect his privacy and help him start over. And after an extensive investigation and legal proceedings, Britney Zamora was also charged with multiple serious crimes under U.S. law like 1. Sexual assault of a minor, statutory rape. 2. Child exploitation, 18 U.S. Code Section 2251. 3. Indecent liberties with a minor or indecent conduct. 4. Contributing to the delinquency of a minor, 18 U.S. Code Section 2422. 5. Sexual abuse by a school employee, state laws. And now, thanks for your loyalty for watching this video till the end. And yes, please do share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments which you find more interesting, crime cases or horror investigations.